So my mental health journey started nearly 10 years ago. I come in services on a voluntary basis after my mum passed away suddenly to cancer, and I didn't take it very well. I was working my way up to a high secure unit where in my heart I would live out the rest of my life because my hopes and ambitions for the future was just crushed basically after losing my mum. And then I had an incident, a team come to my flat to see me and they put me on a section 3, and that's when I started my journey through sections really.
When Shaun came, he was quite high functioning, he was independent, he managed his own finances, he was accessing the community. But when he did come, he'd lost himself a little bit. He was going through a really tough time. He'd had some bereavement, some difficult challenges in his life.
I lost my sister, she was only young. I actually come to the Fountains a day after my sister's funeral.
After admission, he was going through a really difficult time and he'd hit a bit of a roadblock, and I think we helped him to understand that it is just a roadblock, it's just challenges, it's just barriers. We helped him to break them barriers down.
I think if I hadn't have had that, I think my mental health would have relapsed because of the loss and things like that. It's changed my life coming here, it really has. When I come to the Fountains, I was just under 20 stone. I started doing the regular jiu-jitsu group on a Wednesday, and that kick-started my health kick really. And since then I've go to gym nearly every day on my own Section 17 leave, and I've lost nearly 6 stone in a year. And that's just boosted my confidence, made me feel better about myself.
Since I've started working with Shaun, the changes that I've noticed is so much more confident, he's much more self-aware. I think he backs his choices a lot more. He was always self-doubting himself.
He just has his sparkle back. Yeah, he just lights up every day now. He knows a bit more about who he is, where he's going, where he's heading in life.
He trusts staff, he seems happier, settled. I think he's got coping mechanisms now that he would use that will really help him overcome any barriers that do arise in the future. My
relationship with the occupational therapy team is brilliant. I work closely with them. They're constantly helping me to elaborate on my skills and supporting me with my future endeavours. When I leave hospital, I couldn't say a bad word about them. So we developed the peer buddy mentor, so that on admission onto the unit, when a service user is showed around the unit, there's a service user such as myself who will go around with that person. They can see someone that's at their end of the journey, so it kind of gives them hope, do you know what I mean, to think that could be me in so many months.
I think the peer buddy mentor system just lets service users know that there is somebody to talk to. Staff go home, they're not always available, we have different shift patterns and stuff, and it's somebody that is always there. On
admission into a service, it can be quite daunting. Having someone there who's at their end of the journey to help show you around, answer any questions with the support team, I think it's invaluable. And I kind of didn't have that when I went into services, and I felt overwhelmed, and if I can help someone not feel like that coming into a service, then I'm all for it, basically.
Looking back at Shaun's journey at the Fountains, I feel immensely proud of everything that he's done and overcome. I think there's a lot more to come from Shaun. I think he's going to continue to improve services and help service users. I think he's really going to contribute to society, and I just can't wait to see what's next for him.
So my hope is to work in mental health, whether that's expert by experience. I've been looking into occupational therapy because I've seen what the team do here, and it's just inspired me.
I'm really proud of Shaun. I couldn't be any prouder. He's worked really hard at his journey, and he's very humble. He thinks that it's all staff that have contributed to his changes, but he's honestly worked so hard.
Coming to the rehab, I realised the impact it's had on me, and in fact if I hadn't come to a rehab, my mental health would have deteriorated and I'd have just ended up back in services. So I was coming here in my mind thinking it'd just be another year of my life wasted, and it's actually been probably the most productive year of my life in the 10 years in services.